Pick up a copy today and help play tribute to these icons in reggae music.
Honey, you know, I just get a call from Mama again. She told me she haven't received the barrel as yet. Which shipping company did you use to send it off?
Last year, no. I want to do it now.
You say, honey, you know you drink too much. I bet every year, mother, you'd use the right company.
Simpson's Shipping Enterprise. Weekly sailing to all destinations. In Jamaica, they go to Kingston and Montego Bay. Also ship to Europe and South America, East Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. We offer door-to-door service to Jamaica, Guyana, and England. Simpson's Shipping Enterprise, 17 Mount Vernon Avenue, New York. Telephone 914-663-9216 or 914-663-9218.
Yeah, go on like a yeah, mama. You feel me, mama? I remember telling something. You used to send some shipping? Then go Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego Bay, all over the Caribbean island.
You're locked on to the #1 radio.
Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
This is Lady.
Cooler Runnings Restaurant, in association with the Cargill Community Project, presents our annual Customer and Community Appreciation Day 2023 to be held at Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, from 12 p.m. until 7 p.m. with live broadcast on Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, music by DJ Ray Ray.
Live performances by Imani Tyson, Minister Andrea Derrett, Ras Bones, J Bez. Also 3 bands, Island Steel, Soul Jam, and Jenna Roots. Hosted by the dynamic duo, Patrick Tyson and yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez.
This event is powered by Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, Gospel Showcase Radio NYC, and Inside the Zone with Lady D.
Sponsored by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, Cargill Community Project,
Bronxwood International Church of God, Dirty Gloves, CJ Robbins Real Estate, Irie Dale,
and Chefy 2 Restaurant. Bring the family. It's Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant and Cargill Community Project Annual Customer and Community Appreciation Day on Saturday, June 10 from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Make it a date and you better not be late.
See you there. Monday. I tell you, it's Monday. And the Easter season is winding down. The Easter season is winding... Stay over here. The Easter season is winding down. It is. And what a celebration it was. I tell you, people were having church services, bun and cheese. All kinds of things were going on. But today is also recognized as Easter Monday. Easter Monday. So Easter Monday concludes the period observing Christ's resurrection and the events leading up to his crucifixion. Its observance can be dated back to the 15th century, celebrating Christ's return to earth. Easter Monday traditions include fun activities, such as parades and egg rolling, beach trips and gatherings, continuing the joy of the Easter season before the traditional work week begins. Of course, I went to work today. I was joking today with Auntie Daphne that in my mind, I'm off from work. Only in my mind. But realistically, I was at work. But I'm feeling good. It's a good day. And because you're listening to ITZ, Inside the Zone, that is, of course, I'm in your homes, in your offices, your cars, your barbershops, your beauty salons, your hospitals, and across the globe you're tuning in. So I'd like to welcome you today. I am Lady D, Denise Gomez. I'm the producer and the presenter of the show. The show is called Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed, and it is broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM on Linkage Radio. And of course, we're also on the TuneIn app, on Twitch, we do have an app. You can check us out for you. That's the app. And we're also on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. But guess what? We are on Fit 96 FM, FitFMJamaica.com, your life, your music in Duncan's Trelawney. I'd like to say hello to all the residents who are from Duncan's Trelawney, your people over here in the Northeast. We're going to say big up to the people in Duncan's Trelawney, and I hope you're good. I know it's a beautiful day there, and it's sunny. Sunny all year round with wind and rain and all the other things that the weather encompasses. But guess what? More or less, you're always having a sleeveless weather that we're not always accustomed to having that wonderful experience. So you enjoy your sleeveless. We're still trying to make the transition from the sweaters, into lighter. We're in spring, by the way, but we've been having some topsy-turvy weather. Today 50, tomorrow 70. Today we're up to 65. Who knows? But we're hoping poor spring will get its chance, So I want to say hi to the people in Duncan's Trelawney. And of course, I'd like to say hello to everyone tuning in. Of course, Inside the Zone is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, 718-652-3288. Those of you who are in Jamaica, I don't know, you maybe can place your order. Haha. Place your order out of Duncan's Trelawney. They can FedEx it to you, Yeah. So hello, everyone. Inside the Zone is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affected their communities: family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, wealth management, real estate, life and health insurance, and food insecurity on a Monday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Linkage Radio. Howdy, howdy to everyone. It is the second Monday here, and I'd like to say hello. So on the second Monday, I'm featuring my Ladies Music Monday. Last week we had the men, yes, on the first Monday. So hi to everyone. Good evening to you, and you. 26 minutes after 5 o'clock. Coming up, of course, will be the Monday Beat, chasing the Monday Blues out of here with great music. It's Ladies Music Monday. I'd like to say that again. And yes, it's Ladies Music Monday, followed by a new segment in the Monday Drive, which is called Community and Immigration Updates with Lady Trudy Ann. Yes, that's coming up at 5:45. And Trudy Ann is an ESL or citizenship instructor and immigration services consultant. She'll be giving you some updates today on passport renewal each and every Monday at 5:45. So that should be interesting. You get a chance to grab your pens, your pencils, your notepads, your exercise book, your slates, grab something and make the notes. Then, what's inside the zone? It's Easter Monday. And in keeping you in the know with news happenings and facts at 6 o'clock, we have the news for you. Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles, singer-songwriter, humanitarian, and activist. And she joins me at 6:30 p.m. That should be a great, great discussion. 27 minutes after 5 o'clock, it's Inside the Zone on Linkage Radio. I am your host, Lady D. Denise Gomez. Hello, everyone. Don't forget our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Are you ready for some music? 28 minutes after 5. Hi to you. Always saying hello to somebody who's celebrating a birthday today. Wherever you are, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. It's your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. And a baby was born somewhere in the world today. Life has come into the world, and we want to say, welcome, baby. All the goo-gooing, gagging that's going on. To my seniors, what would I do without you? Eddie and them. You're the senior people, the young people. I like to tease Eddie and the others. And so I'd like to say hi to Eddie and to Pat and to, I have not heard Gloria, but I pray for you, Gloria. I thought of you 2 days ago, to be exact. And I said, Lord, cover Gloria. And so I want to say a blessed Easter Monday to everyone once again. Let's get into our Monday beat. Let's chase the Monday blues out of here with some great music just for you.
Job, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I guess
I never stay in one place.
I do apologize for the break in transmission there, but we'll be getting right back to Lainey Wilson's Heart Like a Truck.
Road singing me a siren song. I gotta find a field.
Set your watches and your clocks. It's 5:30 p.m.
I got a hankering for 4 wide tires, and I can't help it. It's the way I'm wired. Boy, you get too close. Boy, you need to know. I got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through.
All righty, it's one of those days, but you stay with me. I'm playing you some kind of new selections that I am in rotation. So here we go.
Dreams in gasoline, and that old highway holds a key. It's got a left foot down when it's leaving. Lord knows it's taking. rust, yeah. Shine it up, rev it up, and let it run, yeah. It gets a high riding off into the sun, yeah. I got a heart like a truck. It's been drug through the mud. Runs on dreams and gasoline. And that old highway holds the key. It's got a leg foot down when it's sleeping. Lord knows it's taking a hell of a beating. A little bit of love is all that it's needing. But it's good as it is tough. I got a
It's 5:33 p.m. and I'd like to say good evening to everyone. It's the Monday Beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here.
I've made up my mind for you, oh. No matter the way that I deal with you, oh. I've fallen in love with you, oh. I've fallen in love with you. I've made up my mind for you, oh. No matter the way that I deal with you, oh.
Five 5:35 p.m. Hey everyone, you're in the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. How are you in Duncan's Trelawney? How are you in the Bronx, in Mount Vernon, in Brooklyn and Queens, in Connecticut?
Okay, later. My people, now well done. Oh. Welcome to another special edition of We Don't Catch 'em. You know how we dey do am for this program. If you dey suspect say your man or your woman they play ball outside, this is the program to come. For today's edition, one special woman, fine girl, fine anyhow.
Get me holiday. It's a species, baby. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi peneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Yeah. Where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo. Do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny, looking for my Johnny.
If you're joining, you just joined me at the right time.
Telling me this, you telling me that.
It's a Monday beat.
For me.
Chasing the Monday blues.
Johnny do me honey.
Out of here.
Me this, he's doing me that, but I know go tell mommy. He go Canada, he go Tokyo. Yesterday he say he dey Morocco. He dance the sicko, he sing a willow. Na lie, na Pinocchio. This one na go be. Original go be. See wahala. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi peneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Ayakata, where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo, do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny,
As you can see, we're leading them, everybody, to discover where Johnny is. There's no way we will not see you. Is that not Johnny?
Johnny. The Monday Drive. Featuring the Monday Beat. Chasing the Monday Blues out of here with great music. Monday. Oh, Monday. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. Coming up at 5:45 is Community and Immigration Updates with Trudy Ann. Lady Trudy Ann, that is. And so I want to say good afternoon to everyone. I hope you're having a good Easter Monday. Quite possibly you're not on holiday, you know, like somewhere I know. I mean, I spoke to a friend of mine and she's like, oh, it's holiday. I say, I know. You know, I'm busy play hating. Can't help myself. But I'm grateful. I've been off since Friday. You know, Fridays, that's when my weekend begins. And I'm always showing off. So, come on now, Lady D, get it together. You don't want to be taking the whole time away. You have to work. Come on. You have to work, don't you? Of course, we have to work. So I'd like to say hi to you, and you, wherever you are and you're listening to the show. The show is called Inside the Zone. And, of course, as always, I'd like to say hello to my Linkage Radio listeners on 104.5, 101.7. And I'm also on Fit 96.7 FM. And Fit, somebody is calling me. Let's see who wants to talk to me. Good afternoon to you. It's a Monday Drive. My name is Lady D, Denise Gomez. How are you?
Good afternoon to you. It's a Monday Drive. Yes, Lady D, good evening.
Well,
it's Monday Drive all the way. Yes.
Mm-hmm. How you do, Shabs? It's a Monday Drive all the way. How you do?
I'm here and I'm giving thanks and I'm here and I'm sitting here and so let me tune into Linkage for a long time. We are going to hear Lady D by Sappho call the program and I said let me change that so well. And there goes Lady D and I just called to say good evening to you and happy Easter Monday.
Yes.
You know, they go see them down there at Jamaica, go see them down there, run up and down around there.
You know,
and I cook food around there.
Chucks.
Yes, so happy holiday to all the Jamaicans who celebrate the Easter from Good Friday to Resurrection. We go to church, we jump up, we will eat bun and cheese and fish. Happy to all of you know up there and down there.
Right.
And you know, celebrating joy and peace. And who they are keeping peace for the summer. Peace, we say.
That's
Love.
right. Blessing, Shabs. Good to hear you.
Yes, big up Mr. Hines and big up the whole Linkage Star. Linkage, big up yourself, you're pace setter.
That's
and
right.
Setter.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks, Shabs.
Good to hear you.
Always.
All right, blessed love.
Bye. Alrighty, that's what we're talking about on a Monday afternoon, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And again, at 5:45, Lady Trudy Ann joins me with the new segment, Community and Immigration Updates. And, of course, right after that, I'll be getting into what's inside the zone, and it's all about Easter Monday. I have a brief feature for you on that. And at 6:30 p.m., my voices. The lady in that segment is Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. She's a singer, songwriter, humanitarian, and activist. And she will be my intellectual voice this afternoon at 6:30 p.m. Good afternoon to you. And, of course, I do have great music. Were you enjoying that a while ago? That interlude I gave you? You know, I went into the box and I pulled out years ago. Betty Love had called me that I have a sound, and the name of the sound is the Lady D sound. So I guess I went into the box and I'm just literally pulling things out of the box, because I want you to know that Lady D sound is busy this afternoon doing stuff. You know stuff? Oh, you don't know stuff when you stay there.
Cooler Runnings Restaurant, in association with the Cargill Community Project, presents our annual Customer and Community Appreciation Day 2023 to be held at Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nearwood Avenue in the Bronx, from 12 p.m. until 7 p.m. with live broadcast on Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, music by DJ Ray Ray.
Live performances by Imani Tyson, Minister Andrea Derrett, Ras Bones, Jabez. Also 3 bands, Island Steel, Soul Jam, and Jenna Roots. Hosted by the dynamic duo, Patrick Tyson and yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez.
This event is powered by Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, Gospel Showcase Radio NYC, and Inside the Zone with Lady D.
Sponsored by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, Cargill Community Project,
Bronxwood International Church of God, Dirty Gloves, CJ Robbins Real Estate, Irie Dale.
So, yes, we'll be having the Customer Appreciation Day, and we're looking forward to having you join us. You know, we're always doing great things. And the community, well, the 501c3 not-profit organization, they are... Yes, I do apologize for that. Yes, the 501c3 nonprofit organization, Cargill Community Project, in association with Cooler Runnings, which is the restaurant-operated side of their business. You know, we're always doing great things. A pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome to Inside the Zone. It's the Monday Drive. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Lady D.
Yes, this is Trudy.
Yes, this is Trudy. How are you?
It's a good day. It's Easter Monday. Are you feeling the vibe, or you just worked all day?
I work all day. I forgot it was a holiday.
Oh, Lord. I know. A lot of us here, you know, because we have to go to work. You know, life has changed, and so we don't celebrate the holiday here like some people do. But I would like to welcome you to my platform, Inside the Zone, with Lady D, Denise Gomez. And, of course, we have a new segment today. It's called Community and Immigration Updates with Lady Trudy Ann. And I must let you know that Trudy Ann, she is quite the busy quite the busy person. And she has information for you this afternoon. Trudy Ann, she's an ESL. What's the ESL for again, Trudy?
English as a second language.
A true thing. So she's an ESL and citizenship instructor and immigration services consultant. And kicking off our feature today, she'll be here each Monday at 5:45. So grab your pens, your pencils, your slate, whatever you have to write your notes, because Trudy's ready. Today's update is on passport renewals. That's a challenging area, Trudy. So in our quick segment, let's hear what's your take.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Lady B, for having me on your program. So, many of you may have heard of me before. If not, I offer passport services for our Jamaican individuals and American passports also. If you're not from Jamaica, please don't think this is a bias against your island. We just can't do, passport agents can't do passports for the other islands. So right now we just do it for Jamaica and the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So if your American passport has expired, my office helps you to renew your American passport.
Mm-hmm.
If you've just done your swearing in and you're a new American citizen, congratulations and welcome to America officially. Now it's time to get your passport done. Now, you may hear that you have to go to the post office to get your passport done, which is true. However, not all post office do passport applications, and you're going to have to make an appointment with the post office.
Mm-hmm.
So you may say, oh, post office is at the 233rd. No, 233rd doesn't do passports.
Right.
Right? The nearest post office that does passport right now is Mount Vernon and over by Katona.
Mm.
And then you have over by Westchester and down by Tremont.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's for your American passport. Say you have children and your children's American passport has expired, or it needs to be, they need to get a new passport.
Mm-hmm.
So with children, it's a little bit different. Just as you need to go to the post office when it's a new passport, you just became an American citizen, you need to go apply for an American passport, you need to go to the post office. Same with your children.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're under 18 years of age, we need to book an appointment for them to go to the post office, and the application needs to be sent to the post office. Now, the application is done in my office.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I book the appointment for you, and then you take the application with the pictures, and some post office do pictures, so I will book your post office that does pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And you go with the money, and you pay the post office. Now, there is regular service, that's 3 months. I think 8 to 12 weeks is regular service.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's expedited, which you pay a little extra for. That's now a 1 month service.
Okay, great.
So now you want to apply for now you want to do for your children. The same thing applies. However, it's a little bit trickier. If both parents are on that child's birth certificate, both parents need to be at that post office submitting the application.
Oh.
If one parent cannot make it, that parent needs to write a letter giving the other parent permission to renew that passport for the child.
Mm-hmm.
Copy of that parent's passport or ID. Both the letter and the ID needs to be signed and notarized.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, so a lot of people, please look at your American passport. You need to sign it. If it is not signed, it's not valid.
Mm-hmm.
You need to sign your passport.
Okay.
So that's the situation for children, renewing your children for American passport.
Alrighty.
But if it's any questions? Sorry.
No, continue. I'll ask at the end of it.
Okay, so if you just want to renew your adult American passport, you don't need to go to the post office. It's only if it's first time, or you have had your passport for over 15 years. If it's over 15 years, it's like you're doing a brand new passport, like you never had one before.
Mm-hmm.
Because the passports expire after 15 years.
Well, Trudy.
So now we do.
And we're going to wrap up in a minute, but I know there are people, they've had their passports. Okay, they had gotten the passport the first time. They managed to renew it the second time. And somehow the third time when it should have been renewed, the passport has just been sitting there until either it's an emergency situation or there's a need to travel. They realize,
yes,
the passport expire, and then they're running up and down trying to get it done.
Okay, very good question. I get that a lot. I was almost truly, I need to go down for a funeral. I'm a passport expert. Okay, when is the funeral? Next week. Not happening. Unless the relative is, okay, let me not say not happening. Let me go back on that. If you're applying directly to the Department of State of Travel, unless the family member that passed away is an immediate relative, like a mother, father, sister, and you can provide a death certificate and provide proof that your release is a close family member, you can get your passport done in quick time. However, if that's not possible, there are passport services that can do your passport in literally 2 or 3 days. However, the price is around $400 or $500. I've actually had a family who everyone was going on a trip to Jamaica, and the baby at the last minute realized the baby the passport was expired. They literally had to go to one of these passport services and paid close to $500, and they were able to get the passport for the child, and they were able to travel. I had another case same thing in November, traveling in a week. In a week of her naturalization ceremony. So, of course, you have no passport.
Oh, dear.
And within a couple of days, she paid $500 and got her passport. So, if that's the case, then that is doable. But you have to pay a lot of money to get to it. I tell people, please, as you're hearing this now, go check your passport.
I agree.
Go check your passport, check your green card.
That's not
something. Check your passport, check your green card to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't do that. The Express, I don't.
So they have to
please be mindful. Yes, put it in your phone. Everybody has a smartphone these days. Put it in your phone every 6 months. Check your phones, check your passport and green cards or American to make sure that they haven't expired. Or passports, you can start renewing it at the 6-month mark before it expires. So 6 months before it expires, you can start renewing it. So please, in order to not spend so much money at the last minute, please be on top of your passport. And I want to say one quick thing before I wrap up with passports. People coming up, there's a lot of influx of Jamaicans coming across the border. And this is about the Jamaican passport. Jamaican passport, to renew it, same like the American passport, 3 months if it's the old one, 1 month if it's the new one. However, if you have lost your passport, it will take 6 months to renew, and it's a very long, lengthy police reports and all of that. If you have come across the border and Border Patrol took your passport away, you cannot come to me or anyone to renew that passport. Because once people does their research, they're going to realize it was taken away from you by Border Patrol, and you're not going to get back a new passport. So be mindful of that.
That's a challenge right there. And here is, oh my goodness, here is one of our avid listeners, viewers, Ryan. He's saying that he thanks you so much because he didn't sign his new passport. Oh well. So if you're
filing.
No, continue.
No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say. Okay. So let me just I'm just about to say to you that your information is so valuable because as you are disclosing, people are now making a mental note of what they have and haven't done.
And it's especially important if you're filing for someone, if you're sending your American passport, a copy of it to Jamaica as proof of, ID, and you want to open up a bank account, they will send it right back because you're going to spend money to notarize a passport.
Right.
And when it gets to Jamaica or even they're going to send it right back and tell you your passport was not signed, it's not valid. And you got to go sign it and pay money to notarize it. So, make a mental note, go check your documents and make sure everything is up to date.
Thank you, Trudy. We're wrapping up. How can they contact you?
Yes, the people can reach out to my office at 929-312-1161. 929-312-1161.
All righty, I've posted it in the chat. Great information, Trudy. It's our kickoff community and immigration updates with Lady Trudy Ann. Thank you, Trudy. We talk at 5:45 next Monday.
Thank you, Lady D. You have a great one. Bye, listeners.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Immigration updates, community updates for you right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez. 2 minutes to the hour of 6 o'clock. I hope you're having a great afternoon today. I do have some changes on the Monday show in the Monday Drive. And so make them notes. Okay, at 5:45, we're going to have Trudy. And I also have another segment that's going to be coming up for both the Monday Drive and Center Stage. So a lot has been going on in the back office, just for you. Once again, it's Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. And today's feature is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city. You walk, drive, and reside. I'm broadcasting on Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7, your hub station, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, Fit 96.7 FM. That's www.fitfmja.com. Your life, your music. And today's show will be aired next Monday. That's how we're doing it. So you see all this information that Trudy just gave. The people in Jamaica are also listening, and they're like, wait, but the diaspora on top of their game, man. Yes, we are. 1 minute to 6 o'clock. Don't forget our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. It's a good day. What is it called? Monday, right here on the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city. You walk, you drive, and you reside. If let me catch my thoughts. Pull back, Lady D. This past Saturday was the concert at Jerusalem, a church without walls. I'm not sure if anybody here attended. I interviewed Jabez and O'Dane Roden on Holy Thursday. I'm not sure if anybody attended, but I hope you had a great time if you did, because I know that he had a great lineup and people were eager, anxious, excited to just be a part of the concert. So I'd like to say blessings to Apostle O'Neill Thomas. I've known O'Neill a long time, and so to see him at this level operating, it's a blessing. So good evening, everyone. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. I don't know what's your name, but you know mine. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. Of course, we're going to be getting into our newscast. I need to find out what's going on in the world of news. And I know you perhaps have been tracking news, seeing what's going on. We have a brief edition of the news this afternoon, and then I'll be going into my Easter segment, and at 6:30 p.m. will be my interview in the segment Voices with Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. Stick and stay with me. Don't go anywhere. My name is Denise. And in the meanwhile, I'm having a little challenge today. Keeping you in the know with news happenings and facts. It is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Their telephone number is 718 6523288. I tell you, we have numbers swirling around, and every now and again we get a little cross-wired, but not to worry. They're at 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. In our Jamaican news this evening, at 2 minutes after 6 o'clock, less than 24 hours after the St. Andrews South Police urged the most wanted men in the division to turn themselves in, a massive police military operation was launched in search of them. The 10 most wanted men, 8 of whom have been linked to murders, were given until midday today to surrender to the police. But with none responding to the call by 3 p.m. on Sunday, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, and the Jamaica Defense Force, the JDF, supported by the JDF Air Wing, moved into 2 of the hot spots in the division. The joint police and military team working under Operation Relentless, which was given a boost last Saturday with a series of island-wide operations in all police divisions to bolster the continuous efforts to combat crime and ensure the safety and security of the nation, swarmed the Greenwich Town and Whitfield Town communities. Quote, "We have a lot of uneducated culprits in the space, with high-powered weapons shooting at each other," end quote. Head of the St. Andrews South Police Division Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts told the media during an interview in Whitfield Town during the operation Sunday afternoon. "We are not very optimistic that, having seen their names in the media, they will come in. These are hardened criminals. Most of them can't read and write. They don't necessarily have common sense, but we have laid the table for them, and if they want to come and eat, we are willing to have them come in, or otherwise we are willing to come and find them," added Ricketts. He pointed out that Whitfield Town is a perennial hot spot, which continuously has gang conflicts. Quote, "We are in search mode right across the country. The JCF has pushed out as much officers as possible to dominate the spaces, particularly the hot spots we are concerned about," end quote, said Ricketts. The divisional commander underscored that the crime rate in the St. Andrews South Division is home to more than 20 inner-city communities, is not low, even though the numbers are now below last year's figures. Quote, "We are still not comfortable because the St. Andrews South Division continues to be one of the more violent spaces in the country," end quote. "In the last month or so, we have seen an uptick in violent incidents across the division. We have identified a number of persons we believe to be the main perpetrators behind these incidents, and as such, we have released a number of names. These persons are categorized as persons of interest, as well as we have a number of persons who are wanted and can be before the courts, and we have also released their names. We believe that these individuals are the main perpetrators behind the violence we are seeing in the division," said Ricketts, as he told the media that there are on average 70 gangs operating in the division, of which 40 are active. They range from our eastern boundaries here in Whitfield Town across to Waterhouse and Seaview Gardens and Cockburn Pen. These are the areas we have been having challenges with over the last month or two. Last Saturday, head of operations at the St. Andrews South Police Division, Deputy Superintendent Coleridge Minto, released the latest crime numbers for the division. Data for this time last year. We had 33 murders when compared to 22, a reduction of 32%. Shootings 38 when compared to 33 last year, a reduction of 13%, said Minto, as he named the division's most wanted men. Having already made history as the first fully blind president of the Senate, Floyd Morris is now seeking to break new ground by winning a seat in the House of Representatives. The 53-year-old Morris, who lost his sight totally in 1989, has confirmed to the Jamaica Observer that, in answering the calls of his fellow comrades, he has applied to be the People's National Party, the PNP, standard bearer in St. Mary Central in the next general election. Quote, the application has been accepted and I have gone to the regional panel for an interview already. Now it is to go to the Integrity Commission of the party, end quote, said Morris, who could be in a runoff with Omar Newell, former president of the People's National Party's young professional group, the Patriots for the Post. Quote, the truth is, individuals from the constituency have approached me and others in the party as well, in light of indications from the sitting Member of Parliament, Dr. Maurice Guy, that he would not be going forward in the next election. These people have said to me that, look, Central St. Mary has been one of those seats that is very special for the People's National Party. And recognizing your position as deputy chairman, recognizing that you are a spokesperson for the party, recognizing that you have come from the area and you have done extensive work in the constituency and across the parish, you would be the best suited person to bring about some development in the constituency and the parish after Dr. Guy has left the constituency, end quote, Morris told the Observer. He said despite the many requests for him to throw his hat into the ring, he thought long and hard about it before coming to a decision. Because I am very comfortable in my space at the University of the West Indies, where I am a senior lecturer, with the other things to come. But I decided that since it is going to advance the development of St. Mary and give me a greater role to play in the improvement of the lives of people, that it would be a good thing for me to go forward, end quote, added Morris, who this year marks 21 years of service in the upper house. You're tuned in to Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. Welcome to our newscast this afternoon. And we continue with the news. Out of Harrisonville in Missouri, a 78-year-old woman with 2 past bank robbery convictions faces new charges after authorities allege she handed a teller a note that said, "I didn't mean to scare you," during a recent Missouri heist. Bonnie Goosh is jailed on $25,000 bond after she was charged with 1 count of stealing or attempting to steal from a financial institution in the holdup Wednesday in Pleasant Hill, the Kansas City Star reports. No attorney is listed for her in online court records. She also was convicted of robbing a California bank in 1977 and one in the Kansas City suburb of Lee Summit in 2020. Her probation in the second heist ended in November 2021. Court documents filed in Cass County in the latest case said the robbery note demanded 13,000 small bills, adding, "Thank you, sorry I didn't mean to scare you." Surveillance video also captured her banging on the counter, asking the teller to hurry, Cass County prosecutors said. She smelled strongly of alcohol when officers stopped her less than 2 miles, that is 3.2 kilometers away, with cash scattered on the car's floorboard, prosecutors added. "It's just sad," Pleasant Hill Police Chief Tommy Wright said, adding that the suspect had no diagnosed ailments. I guess she is just addicted to stealing. Isn't that something? Well, again, I would just like to welcome everyone to Keeping You in the Know. It's 11 minutes after 6 o'clock, and I'll be wrapping up the news headlines in a few. And let's take some entertainment news for you today. Percussive sounds from the motherland, orchestrated by virtuoso drummer Willie Stewart, made the 10th anniversary of Rhythms of Africa an outstanding affair. Held April 1 to 2 at Miramar Cultural Center in Miramar, South Florida, both nights were near standing room only. Patrons were treated to high-class entertainment from Stewart, his protégés from Everglades High School musicians, singers, Junior Jazz, Jesse Jones, and Patrick Ulysses Pinkney, Stephen Catcore, and Julian Marley. The sight of Core, who recently underwent a major medical procedure on stage for the first time in months, elicited a standing ovation. The veteran musician did not disappoint as he performed the traditional Rastaman chant, the Melodians' By the Rivers of Babylon, Marley's jamming, and patriotic music on cello. His performance ranked among the many highlights, which was noted by Stewart, Core's former colleague in the Third World Band. Quote, I really appreciate Cat making the effort to be a part of the show, and the students love him, as well as the audience and musicians, end quote, said Stewart, who played on 13 Third World albums from 1975 to 1997. The evening had interludes of Third World songs, many of which Core and Stewart played on. Junior Jazz did justice on vocals and guitar to Lagos Jam, Always Around, Reggae Ambassador, and 96 Degrees in the Shade. Pinkney, a black American, was easily one of the show's stars. He gave an outstanding rendition of Third World's Hold On to Love and brought the house to its feet with jamming versions of Earth, Wind and Fire, September, Groove Tonight, and Celebrate, originally done by Kool and the Gang. Marley closed both nights with spirited performances of his father Bob's songs as well as his originals. On opening night, he was presented with Key to the City of Miramar. Stewart acknowledged the contributions of individuals who had helped to make Rhythms of Africa a calendar event in South Florida. Pinkney, Jones, violinist, singer Nicole Yarling, keyboardist Leroy Romans, administrator Steve Klotz, publicist Jude Minto, and the Jamaica Tourist Board, who have been part of the setup since inception, were presented with plaques. Third World was also honored for its golden anniversary. Past and current members were presented with plaques by Wayne Messam, the popular mayor of Miramar, who showed his skills on drums for both nights as the Maasai warrior. Stewart was pleased with the performances, show production, and response of a diverse audience. He's looking forward to expanding Rhythms of Africa's horizons. Quote, I would love to take it to Jamaica. All I can say is that we are ready, end quote, he said. That's a wrap at 6:15 p.m. for keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. Good evening, everyone. How are you? What's going on? We've been doing a lot since we started, and now I'd like to take a break, take a breather, give you some music right here on the show. It, of course, is also Easter Monday, and I would like to add a little bit of that feature for you because I have a group here and they are good. So welcome everyone. Today's Easter Monday. Yesterday we celebrated, right, the resurrection. And so
triumphed, and his love conquers all.
Alrighty, we're experiencing some technical challenges, but of course the show is going on. And so this is the Resurrection Easter Project, the spirituals. It's Easter Monday. Stick and stay with me. Alrighty, it will continue, but of course, it's Easter Monday, and I just wanted to feature something that I thought was so uplifting and inspirational. And I'd like to say good evening to everyone. How are you? Good evening. It's the Monday Drive.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam. How are you? Hi.
Right now I don't feel good because I cannot get this station on the air. I don't know what happened. All the try, it just book up. Not coming through. The engineer link is not there.
So I will have to deal with that off air with you, my love. I will reach out and get back to you. That okay? I'm so sorry you can't. I'm so sorry you're not hearing us. But I let me send you a link. Okay? Is there anyone with you who can pull it up on your phone if I send it to you?
Yes.
All right. I'll send it for you. No problem. Okay, my darling. Alrighty, that's my girl Hortense. So those of you who are tuning in, and she's always an avid listener of the station, and she loves to listen to her radio and not have any interference. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We sing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We sing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. There you go. Beautiful rendition, wouldn't you say? It's a Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Coming up in a few minutes will be my Voices segment with Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. She's an activist. She's a woman of God, and she'll be sharing about the project she has been doing, where she came from, or in Jamaica, we say, where you come from. Right? And so we're going to be talking to her in a few minutes. 22 minutes after 6 o'clock. Good afternoon. And while we're saying good afternoon, I must say a pleasant good afternoon to those of you who are always so patient with us. We appreciate you.
Games, changes, and fears. When will they?
I did tell you that it's Ladies Music Monday, right?
When will they stop? I believe that faith has brought us here, and we should be together, babe. But we're not. I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you. And I keep my cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I start. just a front. I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you. And I keep my cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. Goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. Here is my confession. I be your possession. Boy, I need your touch, your love, kisses, and such. With all my might, I try.
Okay, I'm still here with you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Monday Drive with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Welcome.
I play it off, but I'm dreaming of you. And I keep my cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. Goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. Goodbye and I joke. Try to walk away and I stumble. I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near.
La da 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 da. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus, and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid. No, no, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. No, if them a come, let them come, 'cause I'm protected by the Most High One. They don't mind when you fall behind and can't pay your bills on time. Prostituting or standing in a them government line. No, and they don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid lines, influencing the youth them for snort a line or take a life. And they don't mind when you're locked up in jail, can't get no bail, sentence for life. I can't see your youth them strive. No, they don't mind. But I'm not afraid. No, no, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. No, if them a come, let them come, 'cause I'm protected by the Most High One. Yeah.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say good evening to everyone. I am behind the scenes trying to get something done, but I want to say good evening. 28 minutes after 6 o'clock. Coming up at 6:30 will be Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking, and my guest will be Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles, singer, songwriter, humanitarian, and activist. And I'm looking forward to our conversation this evening because Sharon has been very busy and we want to know why. That's pretty much it. Oh, Lord. So don't forget you're tuned into Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM, and Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. That's www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. And, of course, Fit 96.7 FM. That's www.fitfmja.com out of Duncan's in Trelawney. I love their tag, your life, your music. Good afternoon to everyone tuning in. When you hear my voice, you'll say, oh, that's Lady D, the lady from New York. Yes, so good evening to you wherever you are. It's a good day. And also, what else is happening here on the calendar? I'll be taking some updates for you to bring you in the know about some interesting things that will be happening. You know, every now and again, I do get some updates in my emails, and I have been trying to pay attention to them so that I can, you know, keep you informed. So don't worry. All is well in the camp.
I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no, I'm not afraid, no, I'm not.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive. My name is Lady D, Denise Gomez. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. Is that you?
Well, good evening to you, Lady D. How are you?
It's a good day. It's called Monday, and I'm well. You're well yourself?
I am doing fantastic. I'm just so grateful. Grateful for life and grateful to be alive.
You have hit the nail, as we say, on the head, and so it's a pleasure having you. Pleasure having you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. And I would like you to just go ahead and say hellos before I start off with our conversation here.
Oh, definitely. First, I must say it's still an honor, Lady D, to have me as a guest on your show this afternoon, this beautiful Monday afternoon. Maybe rainy or cold in some places, but it's beautiful because it's the day that the Lord has made. And I'm truly grateful to watch you for years, listen to you for years, and, and to be a guest today. I'm truly honored. And thank you for thinking about me and letting me use this opportunity to say thanks to the listening audience, to the radio audience out there that are listening globally. You know, I pray that you've been blessed over the years listening to Lady D, and I know the best is in yet to come.
All righty. Of course, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, I know that our blueprint was set when I requested an interview because nothing happens, and we agreed on that. Nothing happens before it's time. You know, because it should have happened before now, but it didn't work out. So here we are, and I'm glad. And I'd just like to capitalize on every minute second that I can to start off and get so much out of you, in addition to what you would like to share. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. She's a native of Jamaican, born in Mandeville, Manchester. She started singing at an early age of 4 years old at the Beulah Universal Church in concerts and church rallies. At the age of 12, Sharon surrendered her life to the Lord and moved to Edgewater in Portmore, St. Catherine. At the age of 13, where she attended the Faith Temple New Testament Church of God and became a member of the youth choir, God Praise Team, and drama group. And I will leave it there because I will allow her to share her story with you. Now, Dr. Wiles, you are a Christian woman. You're vibrant, you're focused. And anyone who knows you can attest to the fact that you are on a mission for God. At what age did you realize that there was a call to ministry over your life?
Well, that's an amazing question. I realized from an early age, from the age of 4, that I had a calling on my life for ministry. Because at the age of 4, I remember started singing in rallies and so forth in the Devil Manchester. And I realized that my grandmother saw something in me. Mm-hmm. And she had to mold that which she saw in her little granddaughter that was living with her. And I remember in Sunday school, my Sunday school teacher, Sister Kate, God bless her soul, she would always say, there's something about you. And she would push me. And at age of 4, I remember singing my first song into a rally in Jamaica. And I can remember the song I did until this day, the first song I did.
Would you like
years I spent in rally.
Oh, dear. What at age 4 you know about any vanity and pride?
Every time I talk about it,
okay. At 4-year-old, what on earth you know about vanity and pride? Lord help us.
I had a song. And they had me to do a song singing. I remember I had on my little dress, and you have to stand a certain way, and you do a little curtain, and I'm singing, and I can sit here tonight.
No, sir.
And they had to pay to take me off stage. So it was a rally, and they had to pay. And listen, they made a lot of money off me.
No, Sir Sharon, thank you for sharing that. We were not expecting that at all, so thank you. We needed that this evening. Yeah, okay. So you started at 4, but as I read through your professional bio, it dawned on me that there are some people who God carved them out a certain way, and you're one of those people because you had an entrepreneurial streak that began early in Youth for Christ, because you have a pragmatic approach. You have your sales pitch, which spiraled your business savviness, and I'm sure it has trailed you into your adult life. So take us back to that Youth for Christ, because when I read it, I remember Youth for Christ so well.
It's amazing, and you're just bringing me back in time right about now. Yes, I remember those days. I was in an early teenager days. I was highly very involved. I mean, Youth for Christ meant so much to me as a young teenager, because at that early age of my life already that I'm helping people. I realized that I was touching lives. I didn't understand fully what I was doing, but I knew that I had the desire, and I couldn't wait. And I remember the late Jean, she passed away as a missionary in Africa. We would look forward just to sit with her and her guitar and go to places and go on the streets and promoting Youth for Christ. And then I started entering competition in Youth for Christ. Entering singing competition and different competition in Youth for Christ, and won some, lost some, and that just helped to grow me because what I realized was then they saw something in me and was trying to, and that really made me just have this urge and this zeal to never want to miss a Youth for Christ event. And I realized it had helped to also mold me through my teenage years, growing up, and to also make me want to live right, walk right, talk right. I didn't understand it fully. But now when I reflect back and look back, I realize, and then at the early age to what it did to make me become an entrepreneur at the age of 18, Lady D. At the age of 18, I had my own name tag
in clothing. I had my own clothing line.
No, when I read that, I'm like, what here? As I read it, I said, but Sharon has been busy, very busy, and good busy,
Listen,
you know? Yes.
Dr. D, at the age of 18, I took my little model self, and I cannot forget, God bless his soul, Mr. Williamson. He was, I think, was the vice president for Life of Jamaica, and God bless his soul, Paul Miller, and I recently saw that he passed. And I remember Mr. Williamson took me to Mr. Paul Miller and said, you know what, this young lady, you know, she have ambition.
Sure.
She have ambition big. She think big. And she came to me and told me she's trying to get a loan to start a business.
Sure, at 18.
At 18.
Yes.
And let me tell you, listen, he took me, and the way I spoke, the way I presented myself, the way I dressed and walked into that office, Mr. Miller could not help but said, you know, young lady, I'm going to look into this and I'm going to get back to Mr. Williamson and I'll let you know. Well, guess what? It was a very short time that I got a phone call that I was going to get a loan.
So how much your loan? How much was the loan, Sharon, if you don't mind disclosing?
My loan was big, 20,000 Jamaican dollars. You can't talk to me then because I was it.
Sure. Okay.
20,000, and I used that loan wisely. I went and I bought a serger, one of the big industrial serger machine.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. And I bought a small sewing machine back then, and I took those and I rented a place, my own place, rented my place from a cousin of mine in Gregory Park, Jamaica, and I started before I was able to rent those things, I had a small one, and I was sewing T-shirts already, supplying Ocho Craft Market, Negro Craft Market, Montego Bay Craft Market. Listen, you're going to talk to me.
Business owner. Sure. Yeah, savvy too. Yes. And how did it go? You did well with it up to the point when, you know.
Listen, man, that went well. I remember the demand was so great. I couldn't produce
enough.
What the demand was. Enough. And I didn't have the right help at the time because now they love my design. They love my print. So, you know, because I started with one and then another craft market and then. And I remember one of the day I was going early morning to try to get to Negro. I didn't make it until this day because the vehicle broke down. And I decided that they're not going back.
Oh, Lord.
But it did well. It did well. And I started going for it. And then I moved from making tourist clothes to start sewing now. For weddings, I'm sewing bridesmaid dresses, and I remember I sewed. Oh yes, I remember I sewed uniforms for the Port Moody Church entire choir. So the same choir I grew up singing on. I at one time made the uniforms that everyone on the choir was wearing, including myself.
Oh Lord, Sharon, sure. But you weren't doing this alone, were you?
When you said not doing alone in terms of
you weren't. You had staff, at least 2 or 3 people.
I had one little lady, God bless her soul, she passed. Lady Sister Anglin. And at the time I used to sing in the Children of Light group, and that was the mother of the bass player and the drummer who used to sew for me. So what happened? Because I'm this little girl, when people walk in, they say this little mother fine foot girl. You know, they would come in and ask, where is the owner? They need to speak with the owner. And I always used to say, the owner is not here.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're not going to believe it's me. And the lady would say, oh, I don't know, she'll be back.
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh, Lord. But I thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's 6:43 p.m. Of course, you're in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. And the voice you're hearing this afternoon is that of Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. I tell you, Sharon took us back to age 4 and her first song. You know what, Sharon? Lord. I tell you, that was...
Every time I say that's the effect.
Yes, man. That one hold me. So let's continue with our conversation. So again, we admit that you are a rounded individual, ready to minister. You minister in song, through the word of God, and to people through your foundation, both locally and internationally. In addition, other entities are operating under your leadership. So tell us how each functions, because as I read them, I realized, oh, it's not just hers. There are other organizations that you are also either spearheading or a part of. But in all of what you do, because I know sometimes we can stretch ourselves so thin, I wanted to find out how you choose the projects to undertake. And how is that going?
Well, first of all, you see, one of the things with me, Lady D, I do not make a move unless God action it, unless He gives the okay, the approval.
Amen.
And that's how my life has been my entire life. I am not one lady who's going to go out to do something because I heard it or see it or see the need and just jump and do it, because I never want to be out of the perfect will of God.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to be in the perfect will of God. You see, and a lot of times people get excited because somebody may call you minister or a pastor. You jump ahead of yourself. Or somebody may see you have a gift. You jump ahead of yourself and you may run and do something, and so you send yourself. You just went on your own. But when God sends you and gives you an assignment, you don't have to worry, because then when He gives you the vision, He's going to make the provision to carry out that assignment.
Yes.
So before I do anything, women of God, I make sure I consult with God and make sure I hear from Him clearly before I make a move. And I pray drastic prayers. And like, God, if it is not your will, now show me, son, whatever you got to do. So how do I choose? I choose based on, most of the time, when the Lord speaks to me, He not just tell me something. He gives it to me as clear as day. Where half of the time I do not write it down because it is so clear in my head. I don't even need to. He shows me the entire thing. He shows me the finish before I go, before I start.
And that has guided you.
That has guided me, that once I get started, it goes smooth. Yes, you're going to have your little itches here and there because that's the norm, but I guarantee we're going to finish strong. And it's going to be impactful to the lives of people.
And that's your intention anyway.
And that's my intention, because my goal is to impact lives globally. And if I'm not impacting lives, then all I'm doing is in vain. The mission that I'm doing in the different countries, the Philippines, Jamaica, Africa, right here, Honduras, and so forth, and Pakistan, and wherever. Listen, lives have to be impacted, unless it may as well I pack it up and call it a day.
I agree. And for mention, on behalf, on behalf of yourself and to the audience. So, she's the founder of Sharon Wiles Foundation, Jamaica Community Development Network, Global Mission Outreach Network, Global Sister to Sister Support Network, connecting globally, feeding the mind, body, and soul, mentoring young people in Jamaica, Pakistan, Central America, Africa, and the Philippines. And so I just wanted to mention that so they get a gist of exactly what we're referring to. Now, among these impacting outreach programs that you do, you are an ambassador, a concert host, radio host, promoter, and awardee of distinguished awards. Could you share some of that with us?
Yes, I tell you, as it relates to the different awards, I am truly grateful and I'm truly humbled to receive
in the past is the Caribbean Music Award for the year, Gospel Reggae Artist of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, the international, prestigious International Reggae World Music Award. I was honored to have received the Song of the Year, Reggae Song of the Year, and I was nominated amongst a lot of top names, like, Carleen Davis, Papa Sam, so many others. And so I was really humbled. Won Radio Personality of the Year and so much other nomination that I've gotten from a lot of different organizations, from the UK, Pain, Woman Influencer of the Year, and just so much to name. Wonderful. It will take us all night
to talk about that.
And so forth.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, and congratulations to you. Now, life in Mandeville, Manchester must have been very exciting. What were those early days like?
I don't know if you want to go there, because I just shared about seeing at the age of 4, and you started laughing and can't even help yourself.
That's all right.
Lord. Yeah, but growing up in Manchester, like I always say, in the beautiful hills of Manchester. As I reflect, and I have the picture of my grandmother here, looking at you, and always looking at her photo. I remember growing up as a little girl. As a matter of fact, my grandmother started taking me to the church from the age of 3, leaving me on the altar while they have church all day long. Walk with me under the barbed wire. Growing up, as I got older, even at the age of 4, coming up, I used to have to walk to church. 3-4 miles, walk to a common with goats and cows and horses that would ride, that they would have riding at Kingmanor Park, like Flying Fox, and I forgot the other name. But as I grew older and reached the age of 6 and 7, coming up 10, my grandmother would send me to the shop where I had to walk to a common, and I would have to run to shop to go buy Kirsten oil and chicken back and all that stuff. Right. But then when I would go to the common and go under the barbed wire, and I still have some cuts and bruises on my skin to show, I would put the money, wrap it up and hide it somewhere, and see the horses and go try to jump up on the horses, because I want to do what I saw them doing on the TV, riding the horse and say, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Yes, you know that.
And instead of going to the stop, I would be riding the horse until I see my grandmother coming over the common, rocking side by side, coming. I don't remember where the money is, so you know that's a sure beating for that night.
Of course.
But I would wake up in the morning, I would be in the farm, and that's where I learned to drive at an early age. I learned to drive in the field, because I would go planting, helping to plant Irish and reaping, Irish potato, peas, corn, you name it. I would do that. On Fridays, sometimes they wouldn't send me to school. Let me go to school because I had to help. And so I was a little chef. And maybe that's where the chef thing started from. Cooking for the workmen, cooking on pre-rock stone and cooking for the workmen, feeding. My grandmother sent me to the shop. I came back with a rabbit under my arm, because I said, you put the rabbit under your arm, the rabbit will get used to you.
Well, Sharon, listening to you, oh my God, listening to you, there are so many similarities about a lot of us who grew up in rural parishes in Jamaica. Seriously, so many similarities. I am loving it. So you had a very rich childhood, I must say.
I will not pray that for nothing. I remember coming home from school, the one rabbit turned to 27 rabbits. And I remember I would come from school and I would go do my homework in the rabbit pen with 27 rabbits. My dog sit down underneath Tyrone, Tarzan, and Satan. And my cat, my 2 cats, and all of us in the rabbit pen. So like then they built me a big rabbit pen that I climb up into and sit in the part that we call the veranda.
Oh, Lord. That's so good.
I was 13 goes with 3 cows in the morning before I go to school. Listen, my story.
Your story. Thank you for sharing that. Now, your motto is each one, reach one, touching lives, one person at a time. And you must accomplish these outcomes with the help of your dedicated volunteers. Tell us about that.
Most definitely. I couldn't have never done it without my beautiful team members that I have. So I have a team members in Honduras, in Jamaica, and here in South Florida, because what I do, not all the time, when I travel, folks can travel with me to help me. So I have a team in Jamaica, I have a team in Honduras, and I have a team in Africa, in Kenya. And as a matter of fact, they're on their way back now from Uganda doing a mission trip.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
I just want to publicly say thanks to my amazing team for the sacrifices that you've all made for putting up with me. You know, they may think sometimes I'm hard, but it's because I see greatness in them, and I want to push it, because I know that, you know, a great leader wants to see others lead great.
That's true. That's true. And you don't want to be micromanaging people. They won't learn.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And, you know, and because of that, with all the events and stuff that I put on, like I have upcoming event coming, the women's retreat that we do yearly in Honduras that's coming up in June. I have the Global Sister to Sister, which is now Global Sister to and Brother, because the men got jealous, so I have to switch it, coming up on April 30th. Yes, it's a talk show where we help to heal the mind, body, and soul. We try to bring healing and create a platform, because we know the struggle is real. So we try to talk about it, and so people can heal. So I have coming up a new program is Healing the Broken Heart, starting on April 30th. I'll share more about that with you afterwards.
That's so
and
nice.
I have trip to Africa. Just so many things coming up. And without my amazing team, I could never, and with God being the head of our lives.
And on a personal level, this is my last question, what more would you like to do?
What more would I like to do? My goal is, I'm about kingdom and winning souls for Jesus Christ. And, you know, the Lord had given me a mandate to go to Jamaica to do a crusade across Jamaica. I literally went and I did 6 parishes so far. Over 200 got saved. A lot of them got baptized and in the church. And my goal is to go back and finish part 2 and part 3, and to win souls for Jesus Christ across the nation.
Amen.
And my aim is to, where young people are concerned, is to help to nullify the prediction over our young people across the nation, and to help them to write a brighter future. Because you see, already some parents, some people already put a curse on them, speak a curse on them that they will not amount to nothing. But I'm here to decree and declare the atmosphere that they will rise up to be the men and women that they were born to be, because purpose cannot die. And my goal is to help to protect the purpose on these young people's lives.
Hallelujah. Thank you for that, Sharon. Absolutely. And it's a unified effort. You know, it's a unified effort. You know how the adversary out there busy masterminding and have his people working together, collaborating, and we say we have the truth and forming the fool. So I thank you for that.
And that is why, Dr. D, the foundation or the organization that I formed is to help other faith-based organizations. And here am I saying to them, come on, let's come together and unite as one. Let's link hands and forces together and go out together as and do this and help more, because united we stand, divided we fall. It's not about sharing. It's not about making a name. It's about doing the will of God and helping our young people, to win.
That's right.
Mothers and fathers who feel like who stop dreaming to dream again.
Amen. Thank you for that, Sharon.
Yes.
A beautiful, beautiful soul you are, willing to serve people because God has you. And he already ordained you to do this, so you are walking in his purpose and fulfilling what he has given you to do. Before you go, I have a fun segment. It requires 1 answers only. So I'll just make the punchline. You respond with 1 word. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
God.
Okay, sorry, my phone went in and out a little bit for a moment.
Okay. So the first one word answers only. God.
Good.
Mandible.
Christiana.
Age 4.
Ministry.
Age 18.
Business.
Ambassador.
Nations.
The Philippines.
Mission.
Awards.
Grateful.
Gift.
Grateful.
Motto.
Done.
Theater.
Acting.
And finally, Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles.
Peace.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sharon, for being with me, Ambassador Dr. Sharon Wiles. Quite an enlightening, insightful interview, and I am certainly going to have a good laugh on my way home about H4. So thank you for joining me, Sharon. It has been good. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward. We can have more conversations. I'd love to have you on Saturday morning running. So you're going to have to put me on the calendar.
Just let me know, and I'll be more than willing, Lady D, because, sometimes I'm on, but you may not know, because sometimes, because I'm busy, I don't open it when you see that I'm on, but I just listen while you go scrolling through Facebook.
Yes,
and I enjoy every moment. Sometimes you all have me laughing. You have some amazing folks on there, and I just continue to just do what you do. You are a blessing to the nation. You're a blessing to your communities. And I am just so happy to be a part of what you do.
Thank you so much. As we say in Jamaica, and we're there foreign, but we're going to say it anyway, walk good.
Walk good.
Blessings. All right.
God bless.
All righty, that was Dr. Sharon Wiles in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Good evening, everyone. Wrapping up now. Time for me go on to me yard before they find me and tell me if you go on up, galang up, go up. But before that, I'd like to say thanks to Cooler Runnings, Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue, for sponsoring this show, 718-324-7484. Give them a call, place your order, and say, Lady D, send me. Linkage Radio, your host station, 104.5, 101.7, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, and of course, Fit 96.7 FM in Duncan's Trelawney, FitFMJA.com, your life, your music. I hope you're enjoying the show from miles away, bringing you stuff that you don't hear in your nation. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. Me a go up now. Me a go along up. Me a go on up. Until next Monday to do it all over again. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. I'm out of here.
And pretend to be just passing by. When I mean to see you, I mean to hold you tightly.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music.
New York, I introduce the best ice cream factory located